Here are some of my recordings so that you can get an idea of who I am. Who's here right now? Who are the 10 that are here? What was the lightning bolts or something that I was seeing?
Okay.
May I speak with God? Is God here?
What?
What am I supposed to do with all this information? So why now am I catching so much UFOs in the sky? I got one more question.
That's done.
For the videos that I have put out, for the videos that I have done, some of you may have got the impression that I am a person that only communicates with spirits through devices. That is false. Laid out right here in front of me are some of my items that I use for cleansing and removing spirits, plague spirits. What is a plagued spirit? Well, this is what in today's world you call a demon. For these things are energy, and they are things that have never existed. And by that, I mean they've never actually lived in a human body. How do these things even come to be? How do these things even come to be existed? Well, it is possible for a living person to create a poltergeist. A poltergeist is a energy, and you may have seen videos online or heard about spirits that open cabinets, move pots and pans. A person can create such a thing in this world, and many people end up believing they are demons and all these things. For the ways you are taught in this world, it is false. There's more to this world than what we've ever been told. On this video, I found a video on YouTube And when I seen what was hunting this man, I seen this face, and it took me back to my childhood. For when I was a child, I seen dark figures, dark shadows, faces of people right here in my face. I seen a lot of things. It was for a purpose of putting fear in me and scaring me away from my true path. So, with everything I have seen throughout my life, I have searched for knowledge, and through this knowledge, it was understanding all religions, Bible studies, groups. I went further. I learned the ways of shamanism, Reiki. I learned different methods. But to my surprise, when I started learning these ways, I already knew these ways. I was already doing the cleansings and doing these things in a way that is proper. So with that being said, I took it to the next level. And through the levels that I am on, there is no other in this world. I have videos of spirits walking around homes. I have videos with shadow figures moving around. I have went to different homes to help people. And when I do these cleansings, doors start slamming. There's many things that could happen, but for me, I have learned a method of energy. Human strength has been corrupted. For every person in this world has a soul. For your soul is energy. And once you learn how to control these energies and use these energies, there is nothing to fear. So, here I am. 2020 hit. We're in a pandemic. I cannot be out here doing these cleansings and the things I do. So for now, that's why I'm only doing spirit communications. If anyone's out there that needs help, assistance on any of these topics, feel free to ask or ask for my help. Because for me, it's not about the money. It's about what I could do for my people in this world. And there are many others in this world claiming to be the best. And these people, I call them Steves. They do nothing more than work a device, and through speaking with spirits through a device. And on top of that, most of these people are creating their own audio. And that is wrong. I have no sympathy for people like this. Manipulating the people, making money off the people, profiting off the people. So for the warnings I have given you, they have hit. I have been lecturing the Middle East. I told you I am here to knock religions down, to knock governments down. Now what are you finding out? The Catholic Church, how many children have they killed? I told you, the way of God is not killing. It is uniting the people, taking the separation out of the people. Well, a government collapsed. Iraq, all over the news. Now they're trying to escape. I told you, it is my energies that are flowing through this world. For some of you, you may not believe in the words I tell you, but you will feel the words I speak. For every session I bring you, for every session I do, spirits tell you who I am. Spirits told you why I am speaking. And spirits told you freedom was gone. Take a look around your world. It's here.
This is Mario Lara, who owns and runs a shop in Mexico. It's always been his dream to own his own business. His small but modest shop sells all kinds of things from household supplies and sweets and food to toiletries. His biggest selling point is piñatas. He sells all kinds and shapes. And this is where his dream turned into a nightmare. The haunting of Mario Lara's party store began with a possessed piñata called Moana. Every morning when entering the store, Mario would find it thrown in different locations. Soon thereafter, Mario and other staff began to find long strands of black hair all over his party supplies, and none of his staff had hair that long. Then, weird things started happening at the store. So, he set up cameras and motion detectors all over the building in the hopes of catching something on film that would explain what's been going on. What he captured on film filled him with dread, and he mentions a number of times he wishes he never started this. Mario's haunting is now known worldwide, and thousands of people flock to his tiny store every year to see him and hopefully to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. So far, no one has been able to debunk these videos, and they all have a creepy vibe to them. Mario has opened his store to the public and to paranormal investigators in the hopes of getting some answers.
Banda, les voy a mandar este video porque estoy dándome cuenta que... ¡Ay, hijo de su... Hijo de la chingada! ¿Ya vieron? Ay, a ver si quedó grabado eso. Ay, hijo de su... ¿Vieron cómo se aventó la puerta? Esas son las cosas que pasan aquí a veces. Ahí está la Moana. Ahí está la Moana y es lo que les digo, se avientan las cosas. Ah, pero no está tirada ni nada. Hijo de su madre, trae la piel chinita, No, pues no. Está cabrón. Esperaba que me hubieran hecho una broma. No, anda, pues vámonos mejor. Está cabrón aquí.
Mario Lara's Facebook post started in October 2020, showing a piñata called Moana. No one knew what this meant, apart from close family and friends. But it all became apparently clear when he posted this video. The clip you are watching is of the storefront, and in the middle is a pile of piñatas. The sound you can hear is a clock ticking near the mic, and boxes and objects are moving around and being dragged all around. The lights keep turning off and on. Now, focus on the piñatas. horrifying face appears in between the pile of piñatas, and you can see the long, straggly black hair that Mario has been finding all over his store. This is the point in the story where things got really bad for Mario. On the 21st of October 2020, Mario opened the store just like he always did. But on arrival, he tried turning on the lights, but to no avail. So he went towards the fuse box to see if the power breaker had been tripped. That's when he heard strange noises coming from the back, and this is what he posted to Facebook.
Ya no está la... Quitamos la veladora por cuestiones de seguridad. Y pues todo normal. Nadie me quiso acompañar.
As Mario notices something watching him from the shadows, he instinctively runs just as the sound of a giggling child is heard. If you look carefully and slow down the film, you can see the resemblance of the faces. You can also see its hands as it holds onto the wall. This is more than just a mask. 2 weeks later, on the 4th of November, Mario's CCTV captured some poltergeist activity in his store. Things were indeed getting worse. If you analyze this short clip, it's like something is moving from right to left as it knocks down items as it moves past. Then, one day, as Mario was walking in his store, something happened that shocked him and his viewers on Facebook. A drill can be seen turning itself on as Mario walks over it. Then it completely turns around all by itself and points towards Mario. Now that wouldn't be surprising by itself, but if you look carefully, you'll notice that the drill isn't even plugged in.
Esta es la cajita que voy a hacerle unos arreglos y todavía hay que montarla de nuevo.
By now, it's become apparent to Mario and his viewers that he has an entity in his store. He can't explain the strange events that have been happening, coupled with the CCTV footage and the images. He comes to the conclusion that he has an entity attached to the piñata he calls Moana. He tries to douse it with holy water while praying. He also leaves it surrounded by candles to ward off evil spirits. But it didn't work. If anything, it made it worse. Watch. Mario was at the end of his tether. He was scared to be in the store alone, and the activity was now getting worse. He reached out on Facebook for help, and a shaman called Alberto answered his call. He told Mario he would take the piñata off his hands, and he sent him coordinates where to leave the doll. After getting rid of the piñata, things didn't get any better. Apparently, according to Mario, things got worse, and the activity started happening daily. A television in the back started turning itself on, and voices started coming through the static. This had never happened before. As you can see, he pulled out the plug out of the socket, but to his amazement, it turned itself back on again.
Pasó. ¿Estás ahí? ¿Me quieres decir algo? ¿Estás ahí? Hijo de su puta madre. ¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué? ¿Qué quieres? Puta madre. Vamos a la verga. Venga tu madre. A ver si prendió, güey. ¿Qué estás diciendo? No mames, ya la desconecté.
Then, Mario became the target. He woke up one day with a bloody nose and marks around his eyes. He couldn't remember what happened that night. Later the same day, Mario was in the store holding his beloved cat when he was attacked. This time, it was captured on camera. Watch. Watch in slow motion as Mario's middle finger on his left hand is unexplainably bent backwards. It hurts him so much he drops his cat. Now Mario takes in stray cats, and that particular cat is his favorite. No way he would risk hurting his cat for a fake. By getting rid of the doll, the activity got so bad that Mario had no choice but to get the piñata back. He hadn't slept for 6 days, and his nose was now bleeding. So, eventually, after a lot of messaging from Mario to Alberto and some on Facebook, Alberto finally agreed to leave the piñata at the same location. This is the live feed that Mario aired to Facebook. Watch.
Está muy feo el camino, aquí ya se está poniendo más feo. Muy solo. Pero de aquel lado se ven un poco de luces, entonces yo espero que no esté así todo el camino. Bueno, vamos a ver ahorita. Quisiera ver que oigo ruidos, pero no sé si es mi imaginación. No, me malvibro bien machiné. Sentí como que alguien me estaba siguiendo. Pero me malvibro. Está bien gacho. Ay, no, está bien empinado. Ey, güey, ahí está. Ahí está.
Finally, with the piñata back in his possession, Mario returned home. But it didn't go so well. Mario kept hearing voices coming from the back of the car, and he kept seeing something in the rearview mirror. so he turned his camera so everyone who was watching live could see.
Estoy lejos del periférico, más o menos acá a la altura de Matatlán.
Cries can be heard coming from the back of the car. Suddenly, out of nowhere, something appears behind Mario. It looks like a figure. You can even see the face.
Está casi imposible de pasar.
Horrified, Mario looked back. What he saw made him lose control of his car, and he crashed into a wall. Even though it wasn't a major crash, and Mario came out of it without being hurt, what he saw that night done more damage to him mentally. That night, cold and scared, Mario ran to get help. Finally, the next day, Mario had the piñata back in his shop, and he hoped that the activity would calm down and he could get some much needed sleep. But unfortunately for Mario, things were not that easy. He was working on the computer one night on the 21st of December 2020 when he heard banging coming from the back of the store. Watch.
Se están escuchando unos ruidos allá. Ay. Esos ruidos están escuchando. Ay, estoy nervioso el gato. Espérate. Ay, espérame. Ven. Espérame. Espérame, no, las uñas. Espérame.
So after all the problems Mario has had, he finally agreed to getting the paranormal investigator into his shop. Now most people believed Mario Lara's haunting was real, but then some people would say Mario was faking it just to drum up business to his store. So the investigator arrived, and after the initial baseline test, the investigator settled in for the night to see if he'd experienced anything paranormal. Well, he wouldn't have to wait long. While he was asleep on the couch, this happened. Watch. The investigator got up and checked to make sure that there were no wires or strings, and after an extensive search, he found that everything was the way he'd left it. So, after moving the TV back, later that night, the investigator was playing some games on a console that he brought with him. Unknown to him at the time, someone else was interested. As the paranormal investigator was concentrating on his gaming, something else was concentrating on him. Amazingly, the spirit of a child can be seen creeping out and watching the investigator. He has absolutely no idea what is happening until he played it back. The child looks almost see-through, and it moves at a rate of speed which is impossible for a human. This film is not sped up. The video is playing at normal speed. So, is this the spirit of a child or a demon mimicking one?